Hey guys, welcome to my August 2022 Vanguard portfolio update. In today's video, I'll be walking you through my Vanguard ISA as well as my Vanguard SIPP, and then I'll also be sharing with you how much I am going to be investing today live in today's video in my Vanguard ISA. So I have my trusted laptop here with me where I'll be doing a live demo and walking you through my portfolio as well as watching me invest £500 into my current holdings that I have with Vanguard. So let us begin. I'll be looking down a lot because of my laptop is on my lap. So I'll start the screen record now. And as you can see on the screen right now, my portfolio as of filming this video is 29,645 and 87 pence, 11,790 59 and 63 pence is from my SIPP, and 17,886 and 25 pence is from my ISA. So we'll start off with the SIPP because that is very simple and I'm not really doing much with that one. So I'll go into the SIPP. So as you can see on the front page for the SIPP, I said what my current value is. My portfolio has gained £174 and 84 pence. This is the first gain I have seen for a while. I'm gonna have to rewatch some of my other videos, but I have not seen a gain in this portfolio for the last, I want to say, 4 months. So it's good to see finally my account in green. So my contribution so far, I contribute £100 every single month, and obviously all the portfolios follow the financial year. So since April, I have invested £400 into this portfolio and I've received £100 in tax relief. So in total, I have invested £500. The August investment of £100 has not yet gone through. That will go through tomorrow, so that will be £600 that I've invested since April of 2022. Then if we go into my holdings, so the investments, I only have one, and that is my target retirement fund accumulation for 2045. That is where I chose to invest for my SIPP. I am not looking to add anything else to this fund, to this holding, this SIPP. I'm very comfortable just investing in this target retirement fund for 2045. That is actually my plan of when I am thinking I'll be retiring, but we shall see. So I'm working on that. I am definitely not going to wait for the traditional age of 65. I don't, maybe even might be 70 by the time I retire, to retire. I'm gonna do my retirement early. I would like to retire early. So that is my plan. So as you can see, I have about £25 and 8 pence in cash. So this money is money that comes from tax relief that I receive from the government. So I invest £100 every single month. They give me £25 for every single investment that I make. If we go into performance, I opened this account back in June of 2021. I transferred money in from my previous provider, and since then I have just been investing £100 every single month, and the graph is relatively the same. I mean, not too much to see here, to be honest, but again, long-term investor focusing on just adding as much as I possibly can. If we go to calculations, so for my calculations, I transferred in 9,580 and 13 pence, and so far I have paid in 1,954 and 66 pence. So as you can see, so far on this account I have paid £15 and 1 pence in charges. Gross interests I've received of 8 pence, and investments sold. So this is one where it taught me a lesson. I didn't know that if you've not set up different way of paying for your fees, they actually sell part of your investment. I was very upset when I learned that. This is something I should have known at the beginning, but anyway, because they had to sell some of my shares to pay my account fees, that's why we have sold. I didn't actually buy to take out because I can't take it out from a SIPP until I'm 55. So yeah, so since then I have set up a direct debit now, but I also make sure I have some sort of a little bit of money, about £5 in the account, so that I can make that payment. I always watch my accounts meticulously, especially closer to when I'm due to make account payments. Then if we look at this on a monthly basis, as you can see, there's been quite a lot of reds. I ended on a red in end of July, so that was kind of a bummer, but obviously things are looking up again. 1 2 3 4, yes, so I was right. About in the 4 months in a row, my cumulative return were in red, so we're doing great right now. I'm super happy to see the progress, and yeah, so there isn't much here. If we go into investments, so again, my focus has always just been the target for 2045 target retirement fund. Then one time I made a mistake and I clicked the 2040 instead of the 2045, so I changed that over to 2045, so that's why you don't see it in my account. But yeah, so as of filming this video, my rate of return is currently 1.74%. now this is my personal rate of return, and it does include the fact that I have added money into it, so it should be taken with a pinch of salt. So that's what we have with my SIPP. We're now going to move over to my ISA. So in the UK, for our ISA allowances, we have £20,000 a year allowance. So April to April, that's the financial year. So far, since April of 2022, I have, invested, I think, 2,500, and I still have 17,500 left of my ISA for the financial year 2022 to 2023. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to top up my funds and invest in them. So at the moment, there is only 6p in available cash. My last buy was FTSE Global, which I love buying all the time. So we can look first into the current investments that I have. These are the same investments I'm going to invest in again. So I currently have the FTSE UK Equity Index, FTSE Emerging Markets UCITS ETF, FTSE All World High Dividend Yield ETF, FTSE Global All Cap Index Fund, and I have the S&P 500. I have been focusing a lot on my Global All Cap Index Fund. I've been trying to make sure I am funding that a lot more, followed secondly by the S&P 500. So I'm going to try and invest in all of them, all of the funds that I currently hold. So let us begin. I'm going to invest now and continue, and then I'm going to choose my investments. I hope I get the right ones. Okay, so equity funds. So let's see FTSE UK. Nope, I need the so let's go global. I know which ones I have. All world, so I'm gonna do £100 in this one. I am going to do global all cap, £100 in this one. Then they go to the UK one. Which way is mine? UK FTSE UK equity. Yep, that's the one. £100 in that one. So far, £300 has been used up. Then I have the S&P 500, and then I just need emerging markets, and that should be that. Yep. So that is £500 that I am going to be investing in. So if we go next, so these are my choices. My FTSE All World High Dividend, FTSE Emerging Markets, FTSE Global All Cap, FTSE UK Equity Index, and the S&P 500. These are the ongoing charges that you can see, and they've got key investor information here if you want it, so I can click on it and download a copy. It's a single payment. so £100 in each, and then I'm going to choose my payment method. So without choosing that, I can't proceed. As you can see, this is grayed out. So choose my payment method, and I'm going to use my debit card. So at this point of the video, I'm going to pause the screen. I'll pause the recording so that I can enter my details. Okay, so now we can go back. I've entered my details of the card that I'm going to use to fund these holdings, and then I click that I acknowledge. The costs and charges are explained there, so if you're interested, you can look at that. I've downloaded initially when I first started investing with Vanguard. So at the bottom you can see that I have 17,000 remaining of my ISA to invest in this single payment. I'm making an investment of £500, so let us submit. Okay, it's gonna take a few minutes. Well, so I need to then confirm on my account. Okay, I'm just gonna do that real quick. There's a lot of security being set up right now, and obviously for good reason, but yeah, so there we go. I have invested £500 in my portfolio. So obviously everything is pending at the moment. We can go into transactions, and we can see all of what I have bought. So the emerging markets, 2 units that I'm buying with that £100, S&P 500 1 unit, FTSE equity, that one is 0.3302, global is 0.5576, then the all world dividend ETF, that's 2 units for £100. So for the ETFs, because you cannot buy fractional shares, whatever is not invested. So if I go back to my investments and say, for example, if we go into the FTSE emerging markets, so I have invested £100 into this ETF. So my average unit cost is £49.10. So the £100 should be enough to get me 2 units. But when we add the charges, it actually will just be 1 unit when it clears. So if that is the case, if this is the amount I'm going to pay to buy the 1 share, then the rest will be kept in my account. And I'll come back to my camera died in the middle of me saying, so whatever the price will be once they add the fees in is what will be invested, and then what is left is what I am then going to see where I can send that. For the other funds, let me go back to the screen. But for the other funds, like the index fund, the FTSE UK equity index fund, for this one I can buy fractional shares. So even though the price is, my average unit cost is £270 and I've only sent in £100, that £100 will still be used, and I'll be able to buy a fractional share for, you know, that amount, that unit for the £100 that I have put in. So what I normally do is whatever is left in my account after I do all of those investments, I normally then just send to either the FTSE UK equity or to the global index funds, because these ones I can buy fractional shares. So if you haven't seen this before, all of the green dots here are just instances when I put money into the stock market, into this fund specifically. And this is why they always say that it is better to spend more time in the market than to time the market, because here it looks like I invested when it was the fund was quite, the index fund was quite low. Then here it looks like I invested when it was going up, it was quite high. Then here it looks like I invested when it was quite low. So you can't really time the market, to be honest. So it's better just to a dollar cost average or pound cost average and invest as and when you have your funds as regularly as possible. At least that's what I try to do. So this is what my portfolio is looking like as of filming this video. I've just had it added in £500, so that has brought the value up to 18,386 and 25 pence. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my July portfolio update that I shared about 4 weeks ago. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.